because you will remember the furor that erupted when the convicted rapists of Bilkis Bano were arbitrarily freed. The uproar, and it was justifiable, was necessary to correct an act of political and moral expediency. Contrast that full-throated cry for justice with the deafening silence in the left ecosystem bastions when the Tamil Nadu DMK coalition government has been linked with the decision to free the murderers of 58 innocents. These convicts were responsible for twin blasts in Coimbatore in 1998. More than 250 plus people were injured in these murderous blasts, allegedly aimed at assassinating LK Advani, who has now, of course, been conferred with a Bharat Ratna. Viewers, you know the sequence. We've gone over it. IEDs were placed, Al-Umma leaders and S A Basha and Muhammad Ansari, the prime convicts, were jailed. Madras High Court upheld the conviction of 18 in 2009. Supreme Court denied bail to some of these convicts, calling the crime atrocious. But viewers, suddenly Mr. Basha finds himself out. The convicted killers then have taken to the airwaves to give interviews to thank Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Muhammad Ibrahim, released convict, says, I was in prison for over 25 years. Now I'm finally free. I want to thank the state government for helping me. Sahul Hamid, released convict, says, as promised, they took all the steps to ensure our release. Only after DMK came to power, we were hopeful. The thanks are not out of place because the state government got the convicts out despite the Supreme Court having denied them bail. In an impassioned verdict, it said, look at what you have done, you people. 58 people have been killed. The nature of crime is an important factor when considering bail. There are concurrent findings by 2 courts of your guilt. It's an atrocious incident. Now you're asking us to look at individual roles. Sorry, we cannot do that. The BJP state chief Annamalai has hit out at the DMK for appeasing terror. This is big breaking news coming in, viewers. This is what he has said.
BJP Tamil Nadu is strictly condemned. And not only do we condemn, we believe the people of Tamil Nadu are against this act of the government to try to release these people early. Only in 2022, just before Deepavali, a suicide bomber targeted the city of Coimbatore. Fortunately, only the suicide bomber got killed and none of the people got injured or killed, the common people. And the NIA is still raiding, multiple charge sheets filed. Even day before yesterday, the NIA has raided, arresting multiple people of the same module, ISIS inspired module. Now they want to release these people. I clearly don't know what the DMK's mindset is. If there is some...
Well, I clearly don't understand the DMK mindset, linking it to appeasement politics, viewers. There is, of course, an undercurrent here, political undercurrent. Let's open this up. Dr. Ranganathan, I want to bring you in first. What do you make of this absolute craven supplication before the god of appeasement politics?
Rahul, it may come as a surprise, but I don't blame the politicians for this. And I'll tell you why, because it is the role of a politician to be a hypocrite. It is the role of a politician, maybe bound in duty to be an appeaser. What perturbs me here, beyond disturbing, is the fact that these people, these terrorists, were denied bail by the Supreme Court. And I have with me the Supreme Court judgment. The Muslim groups protested vehemently on the streets, demanding the release of these terrorists. The Supreme Court denied them bail and said, you may be in for 25 years, but you have killed 58 innocent people through these despicable acts of bomb blasts. So I want to ask, I'm not blaming the DMK here. It's beyond blaming. I want to ask the Honorable Milords of the Supreme Court, why are they silent today? Why are they silent?
It's a good point. Good point. Let me bring in America Narayanan, who is a Congress sympathizer, and the Congress, of course, is in coalition with the DMK. Bilkis Bano case, the Congress raised from the rafters of Parliament down to the streets. Here you're completely silent, sir. Appeasement? Vote bank? Over national interest? What is it?
First thing is that I remember, and it is that I filed a case against the release of Rajiv Gandhi convicts after BJP came to power. Their attorney argued in the court that what I am doing is infructuous. So, BJP does what is convenient for the public.
Sir, two wrongs don't
and
make
they
a
play
right.
to the
Answer
gallery.
this question that I asked you. In this particular case,
No,
why are you silent?
I'm happy that you said two wrongs doesn't make thing right, and you accepted BJP did something wrong there. Thank you. Now coming back, I agree with you that as a matter of fact, I condemned Stalin hugging the guy who has been released and, of Rajiv Gandhi.
So, Mr. Narayanan, should the Congress
Now,
party
the same
make an
thing is
issue out of
happening.
it? Should the Congress party raise it with Mr. Stalin and say we'll withdraw support if you don't put these people back in jail?
The first thing is Congress, DMK in Tamil Nadu is not needing the support of Congress to
So then
form
quit the government.
or continue
Make
the
it a
government.
matter of
you need-
principle and quit the
you
government.
You need to, no, please understand, and you are a good, well-informed anchor. Now, Congress is not part of the government in Tamil Nadu ruling. It is DMK's government, DMK ministers. So please understand that, number one. Number two, Congress has been very clear, and it is irrespective of which terrorists they are, irrespective of the religion, whether they belong to
Mr. Narayan,
Islam,
can you point out one
Christian,
statement by the
or
Congress
Hindus.
leadership attacking the DMK for this move? I'll give you about 2 minutes to find it. Show it to us. I'll bring in the TN BJP leader, Ms. Madhuvanti, to respond to you.
Well,
Are you going to, first of all,
One
Ms.
second. The
Madhuvanti,
only
make
thing-
this into a political issue, go to the courts, go to the Supreme Court once again, file a petition before them to have this order reversed, just as the other side did in the Bilkis Bano case, of which you were very guilty?
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists here. I think our state president, Sri Annamalai, has very clearly spoken today, and we strongly condemn what has been happening, what has happened, and I am sure what necessary action needs to be taken is going to be taken very, very soon, like you rightly said, because this is not done. And I agree with Mr. Ranganathan when he says, what are the milords of the Supreme Court keeping silent about at this point in time, when I don't have words to express what has happened, when people who kill 58 innocent people come out of jail and start giving television interviews. This is scary, to say the least. And to Mr. Narayan, I want to very quickly but humbly clarify that the DMK has never won an election in Tamil Nadu without an alliance. They have never stood alone and won any election in Tamil Nadu. History says it all. So I don't think he can say that the government...
he's just sidestepping that issue. He's sidestepping that issue. Everyone knows. I think our viewers are bright enough to know all of this and informed enough. Dr. Ranganathan, yes.
No, as I said, it is disturbing at multiple levels, but more so I want to ask through you, at the risk of carrying a criminal contempt of court, through you I want to ask the Chief Justice of India. Is it not a fact that many of the bombers who've been released today are unrepentant?
Yes.
They would repeat this if they could. So I want to ask the Chief Justice, Honorable Chief Justice, on your directions, court directions, the bail was denied. On whose directions have these people been released? Where is your power? Where is your justice?
Viewers, as always, that's perhaps the most piercing question that needs to be asked. When your politicians fail you, you need a check and you need a balance. Well, viewers, we will judge the Supreme Court also. We'll be following this case. Let's see where they stand on this. I'll take a very short break. I'll be right back. Viewers, don't go away.